How do you feel about being my first guest?
I am actually really honoured.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm kind of like, how you found me, like, why me? But, like, also honoured.
Do you want some validation?
Yeah. Yeah, basically I'm asking for you to validate me right now. Tell me I'm famous.
Because I was speaking with my good second in command, Finlay, about our first podcast episode, and I was thinking, I need someone that's going to make a bit of an impact here, who's got some good stories and good chat. And I've already seen you on like TikTok and stuff.
Pressure's on now.
Because of the Tab.
Yeah.
So I'm joined with Martha from the Tab Edinburgh. Tell us about the Tab.
So basically, this is my first year being involved in the Tab. I'm a fourth year, so I'm in my last year of uni, and I've never done it before, but they had an opening for a social editor, and I've kind of been into the social media scene since, I don't know if you remember the Girls' Night In thing that happened last year.
Yeah, that was you.
That was me. So I did that, and I was like, social media is a crazy thing. Like, you can accomplish so much through building a community online, and so I was like, I really want to like do more with this, and so the Tab for me has always been present in my uni life. Like, they followed me when I was a fresher, and I've just always, you know, looked at the memes. Like, they always post about like club nights and stuff, and so went for an interview for the position, and I got it, and then I was like, here we go.
Do you enjoy working for the Tab?
I really like it.
It would be a bit shit if you turn around and you're like, this is fucking awful.
No, I really like it. It's one of those things where like I want the Tab to do well.
And you care, yeah, you
yeah,
really
I
care.
like really care about it, so I want to like put as much effort and time into it so that it has like an impact.
Do you think it is having an impact?
I think so. Like, I think that this year has honestly been, like, the Tab has never been more prominent in Edinburgh life than this year.
That's true. It's like a big gossip site.
Yeah.
Like, I saw what you posted yesterday, and it was like, who's your crush? Was that you?
So basically our team's split up, our social team is split up. I primarily do TikToks, sometimes do give people a hand with Instagram stuff, and then I write articles as well. But the social media side, the Instagram side, is run by my friend Izzy, and so she does matchmaking Mondays, fess up Fridays. She makes all the memes, and she's so funny. She's so good at it. So she does the whole matchmaking Monday
I'm still
thing.
waiting for someone to say something about me.
I get a few, but I think people are making fun of me because I'm like kind of self-conscious about it. No, but people will be like, the girl from the Tab TikTok. I'm like,
no, they're not taking the piss. Why would they take the piss?
I don't know. I'm like,
no. Give yourself the credit. You're fit.
Gosh, I'm blushing.
You're welcome. Can we talk about protocols?
Yeah.
Because your video was fucking shocking. Can we just talk about the fact that Edinburgh Uni have just brought in all these students and they can't even accommodate them? This is
Edinburgh
shocking.
University is the biggest like money making like capitalist like machine that I've ever interacted with. It's awful. Like, sorry, that was a bit of a rant.
Lawsuit through the door.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared. But they, first of all, they accept way more English and international students than they do Scottish students, which is just like ridiculous.
Wait,
it's
really?
Scottish university, because Scottish students get to go for free.
That's true.
And they just want money, so they accept so many international students, so many English students, which is great. It's nice to have a diverse student body, but like, let's not forget we're in Scotland.
Yeah. So tell us about protocols.
Okay, so I was in protocols first year.
So protocols is basically a part of the accommodation
so
in Edinburgh
Uni. 1/3
Uni.
of first year Edinburgh University students are in protocols, and the difference is it's like catered, so it's like this kind of big mini campus that has a big dining hall and then like multiple different houses.
Yeah, my ex used to go there.
Oh,
a
really?
single bed, fucking shite.
Yeah,
I had to sleep there, and also I wasn't even allowed to go into lunch hall and get food.
I know, you have to pay.
He had to sneak out an apple for me because literally you weren't allowed to bring food out.
It was
such
like,
bollocks.
I felt like I was in like a very strict like military regime when I was in there based on like the food. We would pay so much money to be catered. I would try and like sneak a banana out for a snack. No, like they would confiscate it. Like, it's a banana, and you're charging me like what, like $9,000 a year to live here. Like, can I please take the banana? But anyway, so protocols, it is what it is. It has a pretty bad reputation in Edinburgh just for the people who like live there and choose to stay there, I guess.
It's known for yaz.
It is.
Should we explain what a yaz is?
Yeah. I didn't know this until I came here. I think people often assume that I am a yar.
I did think that, and I did ask you that earlier.
It's because of my accent. But I was born and raised in Scotland until I was 12. And then I moved to LA when I was 12 and lived there until I came back to Edinburgh.
That's so rogue.
And my parents are English, so I just have this bizarre accent. And I guess it might be considered posh, but like,
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, any Scottish person hears an English accent that's not from the north. I'm like,
grew up in Scotland.
Wait,
So
actually
it's
did.
like, what? Why does that make? That's not making sense.
Oh, bless you. That's kind of shite. That's shite chat.
was.
Sorry, I've gone
Yeah.
completely off topic. Let's go back to podcast.
Sorry, podcast.
I was too busy
Anyway.
thinking about Yaz.
A lot of Yaz in podcast.
Lots of
So
Yaz.
it gives it a bit of a bad rep. But yeah, so obviously finding a flat, I'm not sure how you got this flat because it's stunning, but like finding a flat this year in Edinburgh was really hard. And
I had to do some... Nah, I'm joking. No, of course not.
No,
not at all.
brothel.
I don't know how the hell we managed it,
Yeah.
but literally my flatmate kind of just walked in, met the guy and was like, whose dick do I need to suck?
Yeah, like, give it to me, I'll do anything.
Yes, literally. But no, nothing illegal.
So whose dick
We
did
got
you
it fair and square. But yeah, nice flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a housing crisis. There's a housing crisis like literally all over the world.
It's true. But so obviously if Edinburgh University is admitting more students than the city can provide housing for, or like they can provide housing for, then like they need to provide some kind of like support or backup for like the students that literally have nowhere to live and have to study and are like paying to be here most of the time. And so their solution to that was offering people a bunk bed in the protocol's common rooms.
What the
Which
fuck?
is just, it felt like very, very weird being in there. It literally did feel like I was in some kind of like bunker or something.
Because I saw on the TikTok that they blacked out the windows.
So
of
this
the
is
room.
actually, we talked to some of the girls who were in the rooms for a while, and basically all freshers live in protocols, so the common rooms are used for prees, socializing, and there's 2 common rooms in most of the houses. So one of the common rooms they'd blocked off, and then the other one right next door was still in use. So these freshers were having prees, and like most of the people living in the emergency housing were like 4th years, 3rd years, like they have work to do, they're not going out every night, and they had these noisy freshers. And the worst part was they put like blackout, like I don't know, paper on the windows looking into the room, and all of the freshers would like knock on the door and try and like look in. And she said, she was like, I felt like I was an animal in the zoo. Like,
What the fuck?
Isn't that awful?
And how much were they charging?
There was some debate about this. I think they were charging nightly.
Nightly, like a hostel?
Yeah. And I think it was, don't quote me on this might not be accurate, but I think it was £9 a night.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
How are they getting away with that?
It's pretty bad.
But how could they possibly get away with this? Like,
I
how
don't
are
know.
parents
It
not
seems
complaining?
like a human rights violation.
What in the fuck?
Yeah.
I find that genuinely shocking,
It
especially
was
like
bad.
already being in Pollock calls before and like seeing the common rooms and things. And even on your video, there was literally vending machines in their room.
And they can't even
There's
get
no
like
privacy.
the snacks for free. Like if there's a vending machine in my room and I'm paying to be there, then like I better get a Diet Coke every now and then, for, like without paying.
So back to the tab. What is, like, do you have like a schedule for something? Like what do you decide what like goes out on the tab? Like what do you see something and go that, because it obviously needs to be Edinburgh.
It has to
Gossip.
be Edinburgh based. I like to do one day of filming a week. And so I'll go usually to the library. I've started not being able to study in the library because whenever I go, people run away from me because they think I'm going to come up to them with a wooden spoon and like ask them a
I have
question.
seen the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I was like, I don't have a microphone and I want to go out and do these interviews and I don't want to drop money on a microphone. So I took the wooden spoon out and I was just using that as like a fake microphone. Then all the comments were brutal. They were like, you need to get a microphone. Like, this audio quality is awful. Like for fuck's sake, like, get a microphone. I was like, shoot. So I ordered a little microphone, but then the wooden spoon just felt like authentic. So I clipped the microphone to the wooden spoon.
So would you say you're a bit of a beanock around campus?
Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, yes, but like that's not me trying to be cocky. It's just that like I have elected myself to like use my face as because if we're gonna do a TikTok and we're gonna do these kind of like vox pop style interview videos, someone has to do it.
Yeah, fair.
And like, I think if someone else did it and I were to edit it, I'd be like, this is wrong. Like, I need to kind of do it myself.
Yeah, you need to do it yourself.
For my own like peace of mind.
Yeah, fair. And
If
also
that
you
makes
know what
sense.
you want to like talk about.
Yeah. I know
all
the
of that.
angle that I kind of want to come from.
Yeah. What's the best video you've done? Or the funniest?
Oh, the funniest. Ooh. Unpopular opinion, I like doing more of the newsy ones where I feel like kind of like an investigative, like journalist.
Like the Pollock calls one.
But I did one where I like showed everyone 10 pictures of politicians or like just general like political figures and they had to guess, and it was quite funny how bad people were. Like, Edinburgh Uni students did not know who
Do you
like
think that's a
President
privilege
Zelensky
thing?
is. Maybe. I don't know.
I think if you don't have an interest in politics, you have some fucking level of privilege.
Do you think?
To not be able to be interested,
Yeah.
unless you're like a fucking 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Like, I think if you can just turn a blind eye to like what's going on in the world, then you have some sort of privilege.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
What do you think of the overall vibe of Edinburgh Uni? Because I think in Edinburgh, so what we've got, Napier, Edinburgh Uni, like Uni of Harriet Watt, and then like the colleges and things.
Yeah.
But do you think that there's a rival?
I've never ever felt a rivalry between the universities. I think part of the reason is because I've always worked jobs, like hospitality jobs in Edinburgh, and you get such a mix of students. So I've always worked with like Napier students, Harriet Watt students, and always gotten along really well with them. So I've never really like sensed a rivalry. Like, obviously there's a certain stereotype that goes to Edinburgh University.
Yeah, no shit.
But like, normal, cool, funny people are aware of that like stereotype. Like, we're self-aware of what
My
we
flatmate did a
are.
whole diss on it.
Really?
She did her
What was the
whole
diss on?
like her diss was on like fashion in like university. Like, it was something along the lines of like fashion. She's gonna kill me. It's my flatmate. It's something to do with fashion in Edinburgh Uni and like the whole English vibes.
Wow.
It was actually really fascinating.
I would so read that.
Yeah, you know what?
Maybe
I'll
I'll
ask
tab
her.
interview her. That would go.
Oh my
down
god,
well.
actually do it. She'll fucking love that. So when do I get to come on the tab?
Yeah, you can.
Holy shit, Shab.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know. What am I gonna ask you? You're not a student.
Ex-student. I
Ex-student.
dropped out twice.
There we go. There's the angle. Dropout.
Here's a dropout from...
Yeah, look how well she's doing. She has her
Don't
own
tell anyone I
podcast.
went to Napier. Let's keep that on the low.
Napier. I think Napier has a like. People like Napier students more than they like.
Everyone
Edinburgh
thinks that
students,
everyone's like, oh, Napier students just like know how to have fun. I'm like, so what? Like, we just
Really?
don't study. Yeah, that's like a thing.
Where
Like,
where
you're
would
all
you like go
wild.
out? Like,
Edinburgh's not
would you ever like interact with Edinburgh Uni students?
Yes.
Really?
Some of my best pals went to Edinburgh Uni. I don't just not socialise with English people. Got some of my best pals are English. Yeah, no, like I have quite a few. We would interact, but like
When
not,
you meet someone and they have an English accent, are you like, oh,
nah. No. I'm sounding so xenophobic. No. I'm not.
But do you have like kind of? Sorry, I don't know why I'm asking you questions.
No, go on. I'm really enjoying this.
Do you have any kind of like preconceived like?
Yeah, obviously. First thing I think, Tory, 100%. But also, I think that am I allowed to say this, Finley?
What are you gonna say?
I don't know. I just think I've had bad experiences.
With like Tories?
Obviously, yeah. When have you ever had a good experience?
Who has a good experience?
Who has a good
with
experience
Tory?
with a Tory? But I really don't know if we can get into this. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of hate. But no, I've just had like
Now
but
we
even,
have to.
Even some of my like, so one of my best pals went to Oxford, and she's got nothing to do with Edinburgh.
So they
Uni.
have a superiority complex.
No, but the people around her,
Okay.
like even them finding out she went to she was from Glasgow. Like, she was at a dinner sitting with all these English posh people, and one of the girls that she hadn't met was like, so where are you from? And then she's like, oh, I'm from Glasgow. She's like, oh my god, guys, can we all just settle down? How amazing is this? She's come from Glasgow. Congratulations.
She makes it sound like she came from like halfway across the world.
Literally, and Ailey was sitting there like, are you actually taking the piss? And everyone, but all of her friends, they're all lovely.
Yeah.
I've met them before and they were all mortified. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, she shouldn't have reacted like that.
Yeah.
As if we're like, we have some sort of like, we're just not human. It's so fucking weird. But
I know. What
anyway,
you mean.
if we go on to, I'll just rant about Scottish
the worst
independence.
part, I think, is what the worst part is when English students come to Edinburgh University and then kind of like judge Scottish people, like have any kind of like negative perceptions of Scottish people. I'm like, you chose to study in Scotland.
We do. I think there is a whole thing with that, and I think, but you know what? I think Edinburgh's getting better. I think, see, when you're young, like, there's always a rivalry between Scotland and England anyway, and people love to bite that. My dad was horrific for it, like so bad for it, and like whatever. But
my
see, now
brothers
that I've
weren't
grown
allowed
up-
to go to school on like England v rugby or England v Scotland rugby days when they were younger.
No, it's actually shocking. Like, even football, like, I remember when it was the Euros and England were playing Scotland, like, people weren't allowing them to come into like certain pubs and stuff because they were like, there's Scottish fans in there and you're wearing an England top, like, don't bother coming in. I know, shocking.
Do you have a soft spot for like Tory boys?
Do I have a soft spot for Tory boys? Oh yeah, Boris
It's like a
Johnson's right up
complex,
my
no?
street. I love him. He's so fit. No, absolutely.
It's like a typical complex that girls have.
what, they love men that treat people like shit.
Yes.
Is that your thing? Oh my god, you're a
that.
Tory.
I am a Tory. So you had it here first.
You like to talk about politics on the tab?
Well, it's actually kind of annoying because I think that obviously the tab has like a liberal perspective on most things, but some people say that the tab is Tory and that like we're all really conservative, and I'm like, mate, like I'm literally the least conservative person you'll ever meet in your whole life. So yeah, I think that it's definitely like all kind of academic, university based.
Yeah, it's the association with Edinburgh Uni.
Yeah.
And also, I did watch some of your videos, quite a lot of English people you're interviewing.
I know, but that's not me like having any bias. It's like it's people who say yes when it comes to interviewing. I go like, from the videos you might not be able to tell this, but I get rejected by 75% of people I ask.
Oh really?
I go up to people and I'm like, hi, do you mind if I ask you a few questions there? Some people will literally walk straight by me without saying anything. Some people will like laugh in my face. It's quite like, yeah, people definitely like, so the people that are saying yes, you got to take them where you can. And like, I guess maybe not as many Scottish people say yes, maybe because I'm English and I come across as annoying or something. But yeah.
That's a wee shame. So I think we should talk about some funny stories that you've had, because the tab is like, it's a gossip kind of thing.
It's like Gossip Girl.
Yeah, it is like Gossip Girl of Edinburgh. I wish it was like, I want to see some more chat on there, realistically.
Yeah.
Can we get more gossip going on? I want to hear more funny stories.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of stories do you have?
We put up like a suggestion box the other day, being like, share your funniest nightclub story, or not nightclub stories, flat party stories. Some of the things were literally unhinged. Like,
tell me.
Okay, so one of my friends, this is actually something that I witnessed with my own eyes. We went to a flat party last year and we had no clue who the hosts were. You know, when you just kind of end up at a flat party. My friend decided she wanted to brush her teeth, so she goes to the toilet and just takes one of the
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Takes some of the toothbrushes out. Things she gives her teeth good old
clean.
I know.
No.
I know.
You don't know where that toothbrush is. And also, have you heard this whole fact about if you're like, you flush your toilet without putting the seat down, like the spray like splashes to like 5 meters.
I don't really care though. Like,
nah, what the fuck? What do you mean you don't care?
Like,
you're brushing your teeth with your own
if
shite.
everyone's doing something, like how
No. Anyway, tell me the rest of the story.
Okay. She just brushed her teeth with someone else's toothbrush, which I think is like incredibly unhinged.
That is really grim.
I'm trying to think what other stories I have.
I've seen someone do a shite on a nightclub photo. I don't remember what nightclub. I think it might have been Attic. Somewhere like that. What is the most unhinged thing I've seen in Edinburgh? Honestly, Edinburgh's pretty fucking tame.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think my friends are about, like, I don't know. We just.
Apart from Appleton Towers.
Okay, yeah.
Appleton Towers. If no one knows what this is. How do we explain Appleton Towers?
So I think that I wasn't here. I was about to come to Edinburgh when this happened. But this was 2019.
2018. I turned 18 and I remember hearing about this. Even though I was at Napier, I remember it popping off.
So my flatmate from last year, Millie, was intercalating from Bristol to Edinburgh as a medic, and she came and she was like, oh yeah, like Appleton Tower, like the shaggers of Appleton Tower. I was like, oh, that reached Bristol.
It was
like,
all over Twitter.
Knows. Yeah.
So basically, for people that don't know, Appleton Tower is like one of the uni buildings at Edinburgh Uni. And one morning, to be fair, it's
poor caretaker.
But also like someone was filming, which I think is fucked up. But was it
Oh, maybe not then.
So basically, long story short, these people were found shagging, drunk out their fucking mind.
They were asleep.
How were they asleep and still having sex?
No, as in he was inside of her and they were asleep. They'd fallen
But she was still like, I thought she was still shagging him.
No, they had fallen asleep mid-shag and they were just lying there with him like penetrating her. I promise. And the picture is them just like, but like,
mate, wait, hold on. Why did I have an image of her like bouncing on him?
You made that up. That's what you wanted to
that's
see.
What I want to see. Wait, well, I did not know they were asleep. Wait, so she was fully asleep on top of him.
Like, also, sorry, you're at uni. How do you not have somewhere to like privately have sex?
And also,
like,
why
were they in it for
was
the
there not
thrill?
like a disabled toilet right behind them?
Like,
that's
kind of fucked up too, though. Like, shagging in a disabled toilet is slightly like offbeat. I feel like.
You think that is worse than shagging in the middle of the ground floor of Appleton Tower? I'm sorry, no. I would happily shag in the disabled... No, I wouldn't happily shag in a disabled toilet, but I'd much rather have sex in there than on the floor.
I think...
that is... Because they get expelled? Or like kicked out?
It's public domain. Like, we're paying our fees. Like...
Sorry. Oh God, our right hand man Finley's just brought up the picture. May I
What?
please see this?
I genuinely
What?
don't understand how they couldn't just go back to one of their flats. So I think they must have been in it for the thrill. Like, I think it was a kink.
Oh,
Can I see?
it's fully on Google.
Their faces
Daily
are, like,
Records
public.
came. I think that is probably the wildest gossip that Edinburgh
Not the
Uni has.
Chelsea boots. That's so funny.
That is definitely the wildest. Because apart from that,
Yeah.
Edinburgh's pretty tame.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I can't really say that. Like, obviously every city has their problems, but like when it comes to like wild nightclub nights, I think.
Yeah, that's what people
probably
always
the
say.
most
People are always
fried.
like, Edinburgh's so boring. I'm like, oh,
Edinburgh is boring. I'm sorry.
really? I've not really been anywhere else. I literally haven't.
Have you ever been to Glasgow?
No. Well, no, I've been to
Oh,
Glasgow, but
babe.
like not for a
Oh.
night out.
You haven't been on a night in Glasgow?
No.
Go.
I've been on. Do you know where I have been on a night out? I went for a night out in Aberdeen because that's where my family
That's
is
rogue.
from. The next morning we woke up and we were like, I wish drinks were as expensive as they were in Edinburgh, because
Yeah.
we would spend like £1 get like a shot and a big double. I genuinely was so paralytic. She like got carried out of the nightclub and then shit on by a bird. So like that is. I'm guessing that is probably more unhinged than Edinburgh, but
No.
yeah.
Glasgow's fun. Glasgow is super
Yeah.
chill. I think Edinburgh is probably one of the most boring places. I'm sorry, I'm just putting it out there. I literally can't be arsed with it.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've just done everything there. Oh God, I've just done everything that there has to be done here. Like, which sounds so dickish.
So old and
but
wise.
it's because there's literally nothing new pops up.
Yeah.
The only thing that's new is that Lane 7 bowling place. Like, sorry, but that's not my type
I
of
actually,
thing.
this is how much of a beanock I am. I actually got an invite to the opening party of Roxy Lanes,
What the fuck is that?
which is like a new bowling alley.
How many bowling alleys do we need in this city? Enough is enough. Give me another
I know.
nightclub or another
I
bar.
know. Also, like bowling, like
I hate bowling. Sorry.
Okay, so
a
I
boy
went on
asked
a
me on that for a date, and I went no.
I went on a first date bowling like
No.
not that long ago.
Taking off your shoes, no, no.
Because also you'll have a conversation and then like one of you have to be like, right, and then like go over and like roll the ball and then like kind
You
of
have
go
no chat.
back. And you can't.
What do you talk about?
Exactly, it's like very.
So what's your type
uncomfortable.
anyway? Sorry, it's my turn.
Yes, yeah. No, and
Tell
then
me
you
about
have
your trauma.
Have
I'm
you seen
sorry.
that thing about like the ick when people like walk back from bowling? Like you've just like done an absolute shit job, and then you're like,
Oh, stop! No, that's
it's
unlocked a new
awful.
ick in me.
Yeah, I know.
I can't get into icks because I have so many.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also starting to realize like how little time I have for men.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I can't get into.
I know.
this.
I'm the only single person that I know.
I'm
All of
single.
my friends have. Well, I just might get fine. You and I are only single ones.
Are you
all
on
of-
Hinge? Let's talk about Hinge in Edinburgh.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Awful.
Awful. Tories.
Tories. No, I wish there was some more Tories on.
I can't believe you're like fully admitting this.
No, I'm not. I'm joking.
No, you are. I can see your face, and we've got you on camera. You're really.
I'm gonna
admitting.
get so cancelled for this. I don't actually like Tories, guys.
there's a kink for them, but no, the Hinge in Edinburgh. Is
Yeah, it's
shocking.
not good.
Sometimes if I'm feeling cheeky, I'll go back to Glasgow. I'll
Really?
move my location.
Oh, I love that you can move your location.
Yeah.
I put it in like.
I've done Australia before. I'm just
Yeah,
putting
that's
it out there.
the
I've put
place,
myself
yeah.
on Melbourne one.
Yeah.
Which is
Why would
really
you-
bad. Me and my pals had a wee look at that, but yeah, it's much better than what we've got going on here.
You should try getting on Riot.
I am on
I'm
Rye.
on Riot.
Are you?
It's so good.
We can't go. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it.
Oh,
Is it not, like,
Oh
top-
yeah. Oh yeah.
'Cause
I
I knew
did
it-
see that one of the podcasts I listened to. They were saying they got kicked off Riot because they took a screenshot.
I took a screenshot.
I saw.
I screenshotted.
My fingers were about to do it, and I was like, "No, stop! I'm gonna get
I
literally
screenshotted. Like, this is your
Also,
last.
not match with me.
He's going through a hard time right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I can
He
help.
cancelled his tour.
I can. Oh no.
Yeah.
I can
So-
help you through it.
Oh God. God no. But yeah, I got a warning saying like you can't do
Yeah.
that again. I didn't realize you weren't allowed to screenshot. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
it's exclusive.
if I see fucking that's my pal, she was like screenshot it, screenshot
yeah,
it.
peer pressure.
And then she
Who
was like,
else
oh
have
shit,
you
you're not allowed
seen?
to do that.
Okay, do you know who I've seen not even on Riot, like Tinder? Lewis Capaldi. I've matched with
I don't
Lewis
think
Capaldi
Lewis Capaldi would be on
Tinder.
Tinder, you know.
I swear he is.
No, I feel
he's
like that's a
verified on Tinder. Lewis Capaldi.
I'm sorry, but being verified on Tinder is such an egg. I don't even have Tinder. Fuck
I don't have
Tinder.
it anymore. Fuck
Hinge,
Tinder,
Elite,
yeah.
Rhea. I'm sorry, there's no one in Scotland for Rhea.
I'm well, obviously I just go on London for Riot.
Do you?
Yeah.
But so you're gonna go down to London for a shag?
If it's
Fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah, fair. But no,
And if he's paying for my, like, I don't know,
Rhea in
train.
Scotland's pish.
Yeah.
There's
Do you know who's on Riot in Edinburgh? What's that guy from Love
Love
Island?
Island, Jay Younger. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, no, I would never go. Would you ever go on Love Island?
It's my dream.
Oh, babe.
I think that I would really like to go on Love Island just for the social. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you know what? If you go on fully being like, I'm doing this,
I just want to like make friends.
No, you don't. You want to get social media followers.
Yeah. I actually don't care about that.
No, I don't think I'd ever go on Love Island. But if that's you, do you?
I think I would.
Why don't you sign up? I feel like you could get on. You know.
Do you think?
Yeah. They look for influencers. Just send in your tab stuff.
They never look at the application, so they scout people. So I'm just kind of like manifesting that they find me.
You could literally just send them an email.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
attach
I
your
will.
Instagram and your TikTok.
If you're listening to this, anyone from Love Island.
Would you actually go on?
I think I would.
Fair.
Because I don't think anything I do or say in the Love Island villa will prevent me from getting the kind of work that I'm looking for in the future. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to be like a corporate lawyer, I'd probably be a bit more hesitant, but like...
What do you want to be? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I love that question. Like, everything and nothing all at once. I want to be a journalist, I think.
I don't know if you're going to get a journalist job by going on Love Island.
Do you not think?
I don't think...
Or like I want to be the next like Holly Willoughby.
I don't know if you'll get that from Love Island though. I think you'll get a Pretty Little Thing deal and then that'll be it. If I'm being honest. But maybe, you never know. Honestly, I'll vote for you on Love Island.
Thank you.
I don't really watch Love Island anymore because it used to be way better. See, when they were allowed to drink in like the smoking area.
Smoking area was where all the
Elite.
good stuff went down.
And now it's piss.
And also,
you know what we need in
dead.
Edinburgh? Like an actual reality TV show.
Well, do you know that like, the Tab does Eddie Goes Dating?
Can I please get on?
Yeah.
Wait, what would I have
Please
to do?
apply. Well, we film it, so you have to be comfortable on camera, which I
have
think
no
you
problem
are.
with that.
Yeah,
I'm destined to be
probably
on camera.
preferred. Yeah.
Before I fully launch myself into Eddie dating, I need to know what it is.
Well, it's probably better that you just go in blind, honestly, because like, who knows what you're gonna get set up with there? Because you fill in an application and they like set you up with someone random.
Oh.
And what they're trying to do is get some good like entertainment, some good content. So, yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? I think that would be good.
You'll probably get put with like a fresher, like a freshly 18-year-old.
No, absolutely not. No.
I would pay so much money to be a viewer of you on a date with like some poor.
No, because I'd
like,
probably speak to him like
vulnerable
his,
little
I'm his mum.
I feel like you'd eat him alive.
I mean, I don't think I'd want. I cannot be sexually attracted to an 18-year-old. To be completely honest with you.
Do you think you could ever like?
No.
Not
Anyone that's younger than my brother. Like absolutely. Not. Don't know why I brought my brother up in that situation. He's turned 20, and I just honestly like not to be that person, but I do like an older man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What are we talking? Like 10 years?
No, it's literally not even that. I was just
Yeah,
like
like
1 year older.
1 year older.
I just don't want anyone younger than me.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
I don't know why, but it literally just it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally there's nothing. I mean, an 18-year-old's different. I'm sorry. There's complete
18 is a child.
as a child. Like sorry, looking back on how I used to behave when I was 18, I was a fucking idiot.
I was an imbecile.
I was like an actual
I knew nothing.
twat.
Yeah.
Oh, some of the stuff I do, I can't.
I give myself the ick.
No, I've literally. Oh, mate.
You know,
Some
Snapchat
of the
memories.
shit
I had
do-
to delete Snapchat because like
I've
my
deleted
Snapchat
Snapchat.
memories, they would come up from like a few years ago, and I'd be like, I actually can't face that that's who I was.
I was actually quite psychotic. Like I was kind of
How
off the rails.
so?
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't think I'm ready to get into that. I think I talked about it on Hush Hush and I kind of laughed it off, and then I think I listened back to this and I was like, I think that was fucked up.
Like you actually needed help.
Yeah, no, I did. I definitely was not in the right. I was literally going out all the time. I was fucked. I was not going to uni. Anyway, moving on back to dating. So, is there any episodes out yet? I want to have a look at this because
It's not happened yet. No.
Well, it's not happened yet.
The application is still open.
Do I need to apply, or can you just say?
I can put in a good word.
Go on. You know what? I'll do it. I think it'll be really, really funny. Yeah, fuck it. Finley, what do you think? Should I do it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, fair. I'll use you. I'll use your tab.
Yeah.
But I remember I got reached out to once to go on what is it like? Dinner with your ex, or like there's this thing on like the BBC or it's like on some sort of TV broadcasting channel thing, and it's like dating, like eating with your ex.
Okay.
I got asked to go on that. And
Who by your ex?
No, God no.
Oh.
By God, none of my exes would speak to me.
Wait, so would you have to then bring your ex on with you?
Yeah, literally, this person reached out to me, and
my
I
God.
was so. I got asked to go on that, and then I also got asked to go on like one where you go on a date with your crush and then tell them that you like them. But I was so close to just like bringing on one of my pals and like pretending that they were my crush or my ex. But like, I'm sorry, I'm not reaching out to my ex. Being like, please come on a TV show with me and have dinner, and we can ask each other's questions. Because I
also
do not,
would they say yes?
Maybe because like I think they would love to chat shit about me.
Okay.
I think they would love to. Like I think they'd get a fucking rise out of like rinsing me on TV. But no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna put myself in that position. The only TV show I'd ever go on would be, what is it, like Blind Dates?
Love is Blind?
Not Love is Blind.
Yeah, Love is Blind's weird.
No, it is really weird. The one where you just get set up. First dates. I'd go on first dates.
Okay.
This seems like a laugh.
Okay.
So you know what? If this Eddie dating thing,
Yeah,
is the
they'll
same,
be like,
please don't set me up with a toy. I can't be arsed with that. I literally wouldn't. I couldn't go
it's
through
good
it.
entertainment. This is what I'm telling you. You don't want to go in like...
Yeah, but I'll just go in some spiel being like, how do you feel about kids not getting free school meals, you little shit?
They'll just say things that'll make you upset though. That's how I find whenever I debate with a Tory, I'm like, you just anger me. And they think they're right.
But they are right. I'm joking. Obviously not. But no, I don't. I just, please don't set me up with a 6'3", tall, dark, and handsome. Has to be French.
Has to be French.
Has to be French.
Oh.
I'll take any other part of Europe, but French is my
Okay.
ideal.
Do you speak French?
I do. My mother's French.
Wow.
Yeah. And I
Okay,
really like
that's
Frenchmen.
actually some quite high standards. Like you've got a lot of boxes to tick there.
I think-
6'3" in this economy.
I mean, to be fair, right? You know what? I just want someone that's taller than me.
Yeah.
I've never actually struggled.
How
finding
tall are
one.
you?
Like, I lie to people. I've lied on my Hinge. I've said I'm 5'6". I think I'm probably like 5'4".
Okay, it's not hard to find someone.
Yeah, it's not hard to
taller,
find someone taller than me, but I do want tall, dark, handsome, preferably French. Scottish men aren't really working out for me, and also they've never been able to make me come. So
Fair.
here we are.
Fair enough.
That's something why I'm laughing at that. 6'3" in this economy.
Oh,
That is funny.
I don't know where that
I was like,
came
oh,
from.
we're just short of tall guys.
Have you heard of the cost of living crisis? Like, do you think that we're finding 6'3" men? No.
Who's the last person you shagged?
Who was the last person I shagged?
Or the last date you went on? That was a bit before.
They're
Who
the
did
same,
you
they're the
shag?
same thing actually.
Okay, when was this?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, was it fun?
It was fun, but then like he really gave me the ick because we went on a few dates, everything going so well. I was like, I have this thing, I call myself a 2-date wonder. Like I'll have 2 amazing dates with a guy and then I just get the ick so badly.
My friend does the same. I think a lot of girls are like
I don't know,
this.
it's 2 dates religiously. Like I am in a cycle of like, first date so happy, so giddy, next date really looking forward to it. After that I'm like, get me away. I've never had a boyfriend.
You've never had a boyfriend? Wow. I've had several.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been in several
Do you
issues.
think it's worth it? Would you recommend?
Yes, because I learned a lot from my relationships. I don't regret any of them, even though one of them made me go to hospital with chlamydia. Another gaslit me.
He gave me the clap.
Yeah, like I've had, literally, I'm pretty sure the clap's gonorrhea.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've had that too.
I have. Thank you for bringing that up.
That's like
you
the
know
one
what?
thing
I've
we
had
talked
chlamydia
about,
twice and I've had gonorrhea. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Everyone gets STDs and STIs. Just wrap it up.
Yeah.
What would you recommend we do in Edinburgh? Because you're the expert of Edinburgh apparently. I thought I was an expert in Edinburgh. How do you scope out your men?
I think it is like I meet people out and I don't go home with them on a night out, but like I'll lay the seed or like, do you know what I mean? And
lay
then,
the
like,
seed. You mean plant a seed? I'll lay the seed in them.
Oh, that sounds gross. But then like going forward, I love a first date. I am a whore for a first date.
I do like a first
because
date.
you can just sit and talk about yourself for hours. I love talking about myself. Like
I'm always one asking questions.
I ask questions so that they return the question and then I can talk about myself.
You know what? We love that you're self-aware.
Obviously.
Actually, can you just shut up? I want to talk about myself.
Yeah.
You've had your time. I know, I don't give a fuck that your dog's just died,
Sorry,
right?
back
Just
to me.
have.
So my favourite colour.
Wait, so how do you meet people? Like, where's a bar that you'd go to in Edinburgh? It's like...
Dropkick Murphys.
This,
Do you like Irish men?
Yeah, I do like an
Drop
Irish accent,
kicks.
actually. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but you've pulled drop kicks out your arse. I've never heard of this before. Have I just been living under a rock?
I don't do social media for them, I promise. No, just
Oh, you
drop
actually
kicks.
do
Is
do
drop kicks is
social
fun.
media.
It's like the new student like place though.
I'm not a student.
Yeah, I know. I
I
forget
can't be
that.
hanging out with freshers.
I'm
It's
trying
not
to
good
think
for my
where
image.
else. Elios.
I've been to Elio's.
I love.
got into a
Elio.
lot of trouble there.
Why?
I didn't personally get into trouble, but I got this man in trouble.
Oh, no.
I might still have the videos on my phone. Basically, I was
I'm excited.
I was at my pal's birthday. Actually, Amy from Hush Hush. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, fuck it. My pal Amy's birthday, the girl I did Hush Hush with. And this was like her birthday is February, so it was in February, and we went to, what's that really nice restaurant? That's so fucking vague. We went to a really nice
Got
restaurant. Tattoo. Went there. Stunning.
Really? I'm a tattoo hater.
Why?
I think it's like an Instagramulation. Do you know what I mean? Like they appeal to like being Instagrammable.
Yeah, but that's like every
Yeah,
place now.
true.
To be fair, the food was good, but we
Yeah.
went there and then we went to Elio's after, and this middle-aged English Tory man, let's emphasis on the Tory, this is what went down, was like not really getting let in by the bouncers, and like I don't know what it is with me and bouncers, but we just have this special connection.
That's a hot take.
Every bouncer at every place I've been to, me and him just get on a fucking house on fire. Literally, they always love me. I don't know what it is.
That must be nice.
I do fuck up
I
their arse
get
a lot, but-
carried out of clubs like 50% of the time.
Oh no, I've not had that.
Oh no.
I just get on with them really well. So, but I'm like, oh hi handsome, how are you? I do.
Oh,
I did
you have
part.
no shame.
But then they have my back the whole night, and
Yeah,
then when I
that's
come out
fair.
and have a cigarette,
Yeah, that's
they're
fair, that's
talking
fair.
to me. But anyway, so this guy wasn't getting in, and I was like, oh come on, just let him in, because I was like, and then I think I said to him, I was like, if I get you in, will you buy me a drink? So
that's a
got
fair
in.
deal.
He went up to the bar and he was like, what do you want? I was like, champagne please. So I ordered
Nice.
champagne, and then all my pals were at the table, and I just started talking to him, and we got onto the conversation of politics,
Oh.
which I wish
As
we
you
had.
do.
And he started to go crazy. He like gripped my arm and was like squeezing my arm, and was like, what's wrong with being a Tory? And I was like, I just don't really agree with it.
Crikey.
And then I was like, right,
What was his name? Do you remember? I feel like I know him.
Michael, maybe something like that, who knows. But then he just got really aggressive, and like one of the boys we were with on the night out came over and he was like, what the fuck's going on? And I went out and spoke to the bouncer. I was like, he's getting really aggressive. He like literally just grabbed my arm and was like screaming in my face, and he got kicked out, but he
Nice.
wouldn't leave. So
Oh,
he got into
God.
full on scrap, and he was shouting in my face, being like, it was you that got me kicked out. He wasn't
It's not Oliver Twist.
he was not all the time. But he had like a really posh accent. He was like screaming at me, and I was standing there recording like,
I love drama on a night
It was
out.
brilliant. And then this went on for like a good 15 minutes where he wouldn't leave, and he was like, I don't know whether he was drunk or he was just like in a
Fuming.
full-blown like tantrum. And then the police arrived, and there's a video on my phone of him getting picked up and like slammed to the ground by the police. So that happened in Elio's, and I've not actually been back since,
Elios, fair.
which is a wee shame because I do really like Elio's. It is but then
It's
again,
got good yo pro energy.
but what's that?
Like a young professional. Like
Yo pro. Oh my god.
I cry.
That is the most English thing I've heard.
Yo pro.
Yo
Now I'm
pro.
self-conscious. I'm gonna stop saying it. It's such a good word though, like young professional. Like 24 to 30.
Okay, right. So this
Prime
is
bachelor
we were out of
age.
the student
Out of student.
fresher.
You have money to buy me a drink. Like that is.
Elio's. That's giving off the vibe in Elio's. Fair. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna drag Rach with me because that's
Yeah.
exactly what we're looking
I'll
for.
come.
Yeah, go on.
Cool.
Tonight.
What are you doing tonight? What time is it?
Honestly, go on.
Don't
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, no. Literally. On the topic of Tories, I have a story that I want to tell you about a rat.
Oh,
Okay, it
go
was
on.
actually a mouse. Someone told one of my friends. This is like a friend of a friend of a friend story, but since I got told it the other day, I think I've told like 100 people because it's the worst thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
Wow.
Okay,
Go on.
so flat of boys, obviously disgusting.
Yeah,
like
trust
have you
me.
ever been into like a boys flat that's been nice?
See, after you've told this story, I'll tell you my story about being in a flat full of like 5, 6
Gross
boys. Gross.
So these boys were getting really sick whenever they were at uni. Like, whenever they'd go home, they'd be fine. And then at uni, they'd be, like, very ill. Like, not right. And so their mum was like, you're probably just living in filth. Like, let me come and I'll clean the flat for you.
Sorry.
I know. Grow up. Like, literally grow up. But anyway, so she comes. She goes to empty out the kettle. And a dead mouse falls out of the kettle. And so these boys had been drinking tea infused with dead mouse for, like, the entire year.
What?
And they had been filling the kettle up through the little hole, and they had not once had they like emptied it, cleaned it out, nothing. And if that doesn't like encompass,
no, shut up,
it's
I'm gonna be
awful.
sick.
Imagine you found out that you'd had a drink, like you drunk something that had dead mouse.
No, what
in
the
it.
fuck?
I would need to like actually go to counselling.
Could you not get like
well,
seriously,
the bubonic
seriously
plague
ill?
could have literally been started by that. I swear that's how the bubonic plague started.
Mate, what the fuck? Oh, no. My thing is nowhere near as fucking grim as that.
That's the worst story I think I've ever heard in my life.
Oh.
I know, I feel sick now. I'm sorry.
No,
But
I think I really need to go look at my kettle.
Yeah, I
See,
know.
once you've left, I'm running to the kitchen. I'm going to clean it.
Scrub it out.
Nah, mine wasn't as bad as that, but there was one time I was seeing a boy and he lived in a flat full of boys. And, this is pretty grim, but their flat was always a fucking mess. Do you know what I mean? It's just expected because boys are looked after so well by their wee mummies.
The mummies
So
boys.
they were quite petty when it came to cleaning because they were like, that's not my fucking shit, so I'm not picking it up. All that stuff. And then there was like a good couple days where, so basically I'd come over and I went into the bathroom to pee. Normally they never had toilet paper. That's one thing, they never fucking had toilet paper. I remember one time I had to wipe with the cardboard.
I had done that too, obviously. What's the most creative thing you've ever had to do to like wipe?
I've just had to go in the shower. Like, I've never got that creative. I'll just fucking shower.
Fair.
I don't give a shit.
Fair,
The shower's
fair.
there. I'll use that. Why? What have you done?
The cardboard's probably
The cardboard.
Yeah,
but that's
that's
like,
always a good backup.
that's just like living with boys.
Yeah.
But anyway, this has got nothing to do with the cardboard. That was just a plus.
Yeah.
A lot of facts for you.
Thanks.
But I went into the toilet and I see a garlic and herb Domino's dip in the toilets. Like one of the big ones that you have to pay
they paid for it.
£2 extra for.
Oh my god, so they can buy the garlic and herb but they can't buy a roll of toilet paper. Like, are you joking?
You know, treat yourself to some toilet paper, babe. Like, I beg you. And they left it in the toilet.
Oh.
And it was like half open and like half full of like garlic and herb dip and piss because they refused to pick it out of the toilet.
I feel sick.
And they were just pissing on top of it because it was too big to flush. It would just
That's
like
such a boy thing. That would not happen in a girl's flat.
No, it was disgusting. And obviously they don't use toilet paper because they're fucking disgusting. And I've actually heard a lot of stuff about boys not actually like cleaning their bum holes and stuff.
Ew.
Yeah, like boys actually don't like
Also,
cleaning them.
I've been to boys' flats before.
Poor Finley.
I know, I was just thinking that. I'm so sorry.
That he doesn't wash his bum.
Sorry. No, but I've been to boys' flats where they don't have hand soap. And I'm like, sorry. What are you using to wash your hands?
No, this is
you're not washing your hands.
But they were pissing on that fucking garlic and herb. What did
Who
that
knows what else
have
they're
to do?
pissing on? Well, maybe, hopefully that's it.
Oh, honestly, disgusting. And I don't, you know what? Maybe I made this up just to make the story sound better, but it also might have done it. I might have actually been the one to pick it out because I'd had enough and I went to the guy and I was like, you can't be living like this. But then I also could have made that up because I do like to embellish stories.
Like, make yourself the main character.
Yeah, but that was fucking disgusting.
That's foul.
But that's not like the only grim thing that happened. They used to have mice all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Edinburgh's quite bad for mice.
I've never had a mouse.
No, it wasn't one of my pals. One of my pals found a dead mouse in her bed. Which was
I would move. I would have to move.
Why?
No, that's it. I couldn't sleep again. I'd never sleep again.
Cost of living crisis. Not in this economy.
Yeah,
I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet, you know where I bet doesn't have mice? The Pollock common rooms. Sign me up, get me in there.
Because you can't even get into fucking vending machines. Jesus Christ. I would love to chat to you all day, but I'm realising how much we're stuck for time and I think we should come back for a part 2.
I think we should come back for a part 2.
Let me know when you need me on the tab.
Yeah.
I'm free
Eddie Goes
anytime.
Dating.
Eddie Goes
You'll
Dating.
be there.
Or you can just interview me in my amazing life.
You're going to see me come up with a wooden spoon any day now. I'm going to
Coming up to
surprise
my
attack
flat,
you.
wake
Yeah,
up and
I know
what
where
the
you live
fuck?
now.
Tell me about your dating history. It's been lovely having you on.
This has been so fun.
I feel quite honoured having you on.
Really? I feel honoured to be here. Are you joking?
I'm honestly, I'm honoured.
No, the honour is all mine.
Because the tab is such a big thing. And I think it's really sick, and I hope that we can work together.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to listen to more episodes of this. Although I'm going to be a bit jealous of like whoever's on next.
Don't worry, you're already my favourite.
Okay,
I'm going to tell this to every single person that comes on my podcast.
Great.
Right, well, thank you, Martha. See you again soon, babe. See you in Elio's.
See you tonight at Elio's.
Bye.